Hello and welcome to the finale of Super Mario Galaxy 2. In the last episode, I showed off where all the green stars were in the special world, which means that we have now collected a total of 120 power stars, 120 green stars, resulting in a total of collectively 240 stars across the entire game. And as a reward for doing so, we have unlocked the final galaxy of the game, which is... Why I don't know why it started me all the way at the top of the special world, but it's fine, because we're just going to go to the end anyway. It is Grandmaster Galaxy, the ultimate test of everything you've learned up until this point. All your platforming skills are about to be put to the test in what is undoubtedly the hardest task in the entire game, but it must be completed for 100% completion. And, it only unlocks once you've collected all 120 power stars and all 120 green stars. Also, there are no green stars in this galaxy, but there is a comet medal. So, without further ado, let's dive into Grandmaster Galaxy. And what is undoubtedly the hardest. Let's tackle the ultimate test. 400% completion. And, it only unlocks once you've collected all 120 power stars and all 120 green stars. Okay, also, there are no green stars. This galaxy is brutal enough by default, but I'm going to caution you this much. Try to pretend like you only have one health point to lose here. You'll see why after we beat this mission. Just try to pretend like you only have one life. So... this is the hardest level in the entire game, and it does not start out easy. You have to very meticulously swing your way past all of these enemies that make sure you don't get hit by any of them. So if you have to swing up into a Goomba like that, you want to drop down a little bit so that you don't actually get hit. Things like that. And as you can see right there, I almost actually got hit by that Goomba, so it's kind of hard to give advice to this section. It's more about just trying to gauge where exactly you're going to, where exactly you're going to end up when you swing, and then based on that, so like if it looks like you're about to swing into a Goomba, then maybe just drop down a little bit so that you don't actually hit the Goomba. Anyway, this section is very easy. All you have to do is just hit all the flip switches and not get stung by any of the laser beams, and you will be good to go. This is probably the easiest section in the entire mission. The mission is broken up into a lot of different sections, all of varying degrees of difficulty. Most of them incredibly challenging, but this one right here, this one's pretty easy. It's a nice little break after that first section. But this next section, on the other hand, can't quite say the same for it. It relies on the cloud flower. So you take out the cloud flower, backflip into this, and then create a cloud so that you can float up. And the trick here is that you have to make your way through this section with a bunch of clouds while surrounded by a bunch of electric beams. So you need to be very careful as you jump over these, all these electric beams so that you don't get hit by any of them. And also making sure to actually land on your clouds. And okay, well, this is a death. Yep, that's death. I figured we weren't going to be able to do this first try. That was a stupid mistake. As you can see, you can't just jump all over the place to make your way through it. You have to be very cautious in where you make your clouds, where you fall off, and all that kind of stuff. And also you need to actually manage your cloud supply pretty well. In fact, I'm actually going to try to land on one of my previous clouds right here. Yep, I did it. Okay. And then I can jump up here so that I didn't have to waste one. I'm gonna fall down here. Alright, let's try to be careful this time. I almost got caught onto the little golden ball that supports the electric field. That was close. Can I fall into my other cloud? Nope, it already disappeared. That's fine. We're coming up on the end. We're coming up on the end of this section. I will say this though. All these sections, as tough as they are, they pale in comparison to the final challenge of the mission. That is brutal beyond belief. But getting to that point isn't as bad. Anyway, also, I want to know how the Toads got here. I have no idea how they managed to surpass all these obstacles. But this is a combination of flip swap and dodging all these beams that we saw these in Shiverburn Galaxy, and they were a pain. So basically, you want to try to time your spin jumps so that you can avoid the things at the same time. So like if there's a thing that's about to hit you, then you can try to time your spin jump so that you land on a platform that hasn't been spun up yet. So like for instance, if I'm gonna dodge this, I'm gonna jump on top of the red one and then spin to avoid the thing. You know, little stuff like that. This section also isn't too bad, but you know, it's more about getting the feel down for when it's safe to jump, which at this point in the game you should be pretty well versed in. This section can be a pain. You want to wait for this electric beam to go all the way to the right, and then quickly long jump past it to the left, and then jump over to the other side. That was not a proper execution of that. We're going to try that again. So the idea here is wait for it to go to the right, sneak past on the left, jump over to the right, jump over to the left, and then you'll make it past it just like that. And just skip this one entirely, jump towards the front of this one, jump over it, jump towards the front of the next one, then immediately jump up and grab onto the pole star right here. This section, you got to be very careful. Wait for the Goomba to pass by, and then you can swing past it like that. There we go. And here's what I recommend you do. I recommend that you sneak past over to this pole star. That's not what I had in mind. I wanted to actually get past the Goomba. Then let yourself fall, but hover your cursor over this pole star, and then as soon as you start falling, pull yourself up towards it, and you will completely bypass the laser. So you don't have to worry about timing it in the slightest, because what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to time the pole star so that you can actually sneak it through the lasers. But that is very difficult, so it's much easier to just let yourself fall, and then pull yourself to the other side like this, because at the angle you get pulled, you will go right past the lasers. And we're going to do the same thing here, but with this one this time, pull yourself all the way across like that, there we go. And then we'll do the same thing here, except actually, we're going to pull ourselves past it like that, so we're going to use the momentum-based thing where you pull yourself towards the pole star and then let go of the A button to swing past it, and then pull yourselves around here. That section is also incredibly difficult. I just have a pretty consistent strategy for making our way through it.
Let's tackle the hardest.
Okay, this is the final challenge right here. A bunch of hammer bros chucking hammers at you. It's a pain. It's a big old pain. But initially it's not that bad. Just dodge the hammers individually. The goal here is to get that common medal over on the right-hand side. If we get the common medal, then we're all good. Although getting that common medal is going to be a thing that causes. Oh God, I did not want to go into a ground pound there game. I wanted to actually crouch to avoid the thing, but I guess not. Yeah, so this is when things start getting tough, is when the platform starts spinning and the hammer bros start constantly launching hammers at you. Okay, we dodged that. Close. But no, away. Okay, jump out to get the common medal and then spin jump back. Now, Hammer Bros, we've beaten the Hammer Bros, except for this one right here, but it's just one Hammer Bro. It's not that bad. But the Boomerang Bros are a bit of a different matter, because the Boomerangs come back. So here's what you do. You can actually crouch underneath the Boomerangs if they're coming towards you, and they will not be able to hit you. So it's a nice little tip. Crouch underneath the Boomerangs. You can't crouch under the Hammer Bros, or you can't crouch under the hammers that they swing at you, but you can crouch underneath the Boomerang Bros. And once you defeat all three of the Boomerang Bros, then the Power Star will be yours. Bros are a bit of a different matter, because what is undoubted, Boomerangs come back. So here's what you do. Let's tackle. You can actually crouch underneath the Boomerangs if they're coming towards you. 400%. You got a star, the ultimate test, Grandmaster Galaxy, 241 power stars. You got a common medal for a new total of 49, and a single star bit. You also got some coins total of 1,640. So the Boomerang Bros. Then the Power Star will be, and a Prankster comment has appeared. And what is undoubted, Boomerangs come back. So the game has been saved. Give me your best. Okay, so what I did previously, yes, thanks. I know how the bank toad works. I don't know why you explain to me how the bank toad works. I get it. Thanks. Okay, great. So previously, I deposited 9,999 star bits into the bank toad, which is what caused the Prankster comment to appear. That's why I wanted to demonstrate that. So now the Prankster comment has appered. And this is why I said you want to try to treat that first stars if you only have one life, or one health point, because for as tough as that was, you don't have to do all of that over again, but with only one hit point. They swing at you, but you can crouch into the bank, crouch underneath the Boomerang Toad, which is what caused the it's time to tackle the final Power Star of the game, the perfect run. So now the Prankster comment has appeared, and this is why I said you want to try to treat that first stars if you only have one life, or one health point, because for as tough as that, you got a star. The ultimate test, Grandmaster. You don't have to do all of that. Galaxy, 241. So first off, the fact that they chose to use that music for the final mission, very nice touch. But also, this mission sucks a lot. It's really hard. Case in point, right there. So remember that thing I was talking about in the last mission where you have to judge whether you're going to swing into one of the enemies to know if you're safe to go. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. That's what I didn't do right there. That's what caused me to get me killed. So best to be on the lookout for that. But yeah, this section's a bit of a pain. Well, no, this whole mission's a pain, because everything we just did, we have to do it with only one hit point. It's a Daredevil comment for the ultimate test, which is awful. We made it past the first section. I genuinely do not know how many times it took me to do this the first time I played through this game. I know that my total death count at the end of my first ever playthrough of Super Mario Galaxy 2 was over 1,000, and I'd be willing to bet that at least 100, if not more of those, were from this mission. In fact, I'd say it's way more than 100 for this mission. It was, I don't know how long I spent trying to complete this, but it was a pain. As you can see, this mission, or this section of the mission is still pretty easy. Excuse me, it's the rest of it that's going to give us some problems. Okay. So yeah, one other thing. Not only do you only have to do this, you have to do this with one hit point, you don't get checkpoints. There's no checkpoint here anymore. So, we do unfortunately have to leave Yoshi behind. We made him last as far as we could. But yeah, no checkpoints, one hit point, no way to replenish health. So, yeah, this level's a pain. There's no getting around it. This level is an absolute pain. It is a fair challenge. Like, it's not hard due to broken game design. It's just insanely, oh god, oh no, okay, I was about to run into the electric field there. It's just a pain all around. It is undoubtedly the most challenging thing in the entire game. Some of those green stars that we went after were a little tough, but I mean, this is like a whole other level. Also, I did manage to make it out of that section with a fully loaded cloud flower, so if I need to, I can use the cloud flower to skip some of these rings. And I might actually do that. I'll do it now. I'll use one cloud here, and then long jump past it to make it over to these platforms. One cloud here. If you do manage to get the cloud flower into the section, though, a word of advice: the laser things that these spikes shoot out can actually destroy your clouds. So be wary of that if you decide to. If you manage to make it to the section with the cloud flower, just something to keep an eye on. Anyway, all right. So this section, I'm pretty good at this section. As you saw, I have a pretty consistent method. Once I get to the pole stars, I have a pretty consistent method for getting through it. Just getting to the pole stars is the hard part. Okay, we're wait for this to go and then jump past it. Please grab the pole star. That was close. Okay, that was close. That was close. Stay here. Stay here. All right. Let's wait for the Goomba to go past. Not making this mistake again. We are not making this mistake again. Go, 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 go. Okay, we made it. Now we're smooth sailing. Now it's smooth sailing to the end. Just wait for us to drop and then pull underneath. I doubt this is the way that they intended for you to do this section. I highly, highly doubt it, but it is something you can do, and it makes use of creative angles to make your way across the section, so I will happily take advantage of it. Because trying to time, I'll tell you this much, once I figured out, like the day I figured out that you could do this to exploit the level design, I guess not exploit the level design, but to make your way past the angles, god, I knew the second that I let go of that, I knew I should have fallen back to the middle pole star. That was my fault. That was just my fault. I shouldn't have tried to go for the second one. I knew that was a bad idea. I don't know why I did that. Okay, we made it through this time. So as I was saying, the day that I figured out you could do this to get past all the enemies and the obstacles, that's the day I actually made it through the perfect run. Because up until that point, I kept getting, I think I may have made it to this final section once on previous runs, but I couldn't, I always got stuck. The furthest I was ever able to get was that laser section because I kept flinging myself right into the obstacles. But once I figured out you could like drop yourself underneath and then fling yourself above, which is what I was demonstrating across both those runs, that's the day that I actually managed to get past this section. Okay, so the trick here is going to be we're going to take out that hammer bro if we can, which is easier said than done, or he's going to jump past. Okay, if he jumps back, then don't even worry about him. But the trick here is going to be to take out all the boomerang bros, and as I said, you can crouch underneath them if things get problematic or hectic. You can do that to dodge all the boomerangs, which I definitely need to do there. Okay, last one. Dodge all the boomerangs, dodge them all, and then spin into him, and then not this far into the game. And we did it. Yes. Woo! Perfect run! Okay, conquered! And as a reward, we're back at the Gateway Galaxy from the first Super Mario Galaxy game. This is why I said you want to try to treat that first stars if you only have one life, who collected all the scattered stars. I want to thank you. Your deeds will live on in the memory of the cosmos. May the stars shine down on you. Okay, we did it. We made it through the perfect run.
I don't know why I did that.
Not first try, not second try, but still, third try is pretty good. I'll take third try. Okay, now it's time to collect our final power star of the game. This is why I said you want to try to treat that first star as if you...
So you were the one who
only have one life, or
collected all the scattered
one health point.
stars.
Because
I want to thank you.
for as tough as that
Your deeds will live on in the
was,
memory of the cosmos. May the
Galaxy 241
stars shine down
into the you got a star, the perfect run, Grandmaster Galaxy,
through the perfect
242
run.
power stars.
Not
Galaxy
first try,
complete.
not second try, but
you
still,
got some star bits for a
third
new
try
total
is
of
pretty good.
5.
I'll take third try.
Message
Okay.
sent to the Wii message board. So now, and this is why I said
Well,
you want
I'll
to try to
be.
treat that first
All your
star as if
hard
you
work
were
has
one
brought the
health
Lady
point,
of the Shooting
because
Stars right to our
for
own
as
little
tough as
ship.
that was,
Feels like forever since we've seen each other, but she hasn't changed.
Perfect run,
Yep.
Grandmaster Galaxy.
Have you ever wondered why there's this curious patch of grass over to the right-hand side of Starship Mario all this time, where all the other spots have already been filled up?
Well, it's because we were waiting for Rosalina to show up.
To the Wii message
I
board.
want to give you my
So
thanks.
now, and this is
That's all she has to say,
Well,
unfortunately.
I'll
Nothing
be.
more profound
All
than
your
that.
hard work has brought the
But
Lady
yep,
of the Shooting
that
Stars right
is
to our
Super
own
Mario
little ship.
Galaxy 2 100% completed. Every power star, every green star, and and the Grandmaster Galaxy conquered 100%. If we check the Grand World map, every single galaxy has been cleared to completion. No, I didn't want to.
Now,
Back in there, let's zoom out.
Well,
World
I'll
S,
be.
6,
All your
5,
hard work has brought the
4,
Lady of the
3,
Shooting
2,
Stars right
1,
to our own
all
little
have
ship.
gold crowns to signify our 100%
Feels like
completion.
241 into this.
And it
into the
feels
perfect
so
run,
good
Grandmaster
to have
Galaxy,
completed the
242
game
power
to
star.
100%. All 240,
first try, not second try,
242
but
stars,
still
all
third
49
bits for a
common
total of
medals,
5.
and
Take
a
third
pretty
try.
good
Message sent to
episode
the
covering the
Wii
perfect run. I
message
thought it was going to take a lot longer than that.
And this
Now,
is
the only thing I'm curious about
Well,
is
I'll be.
how
All your hard
many
work has brought the
times did
Lady
we
of the
die
Shooting
over the course of this
Stars right to our
walkthrough.
own little ship.
Oh, yikes. Okay, so
Feels like forever.
Galaxy, 241
when I first
into
played this
into the
game,
perfect run,
like,
Grandmaster Galaxy,
when
242
I think it
power
was
star.
8 years ago, I'm
Not
pretty
first
sure. I
try,
played
not
this game
second try,
8
but
years.
still
I beat this game,
bits,
sorry,
a total of
8
5.
years ago.
Take third try. Message sent to the Wii message board.
1,417 deaths
So,
compared
now-
to
and this is-
185
Well, I'll be.
five
All your
deaths.
hard work has
And
brought
a
the Lady of
majority
the
of those
Shooting
were
Stars right to our
intentional
own little
because
ship.
I was grinding for star bits so much. So,
Feels like forever.
yeah.
241 into this
Big,
into the
big
perfect
difference.
run, Grandmaster Galaxy,
anyway,
242 power
that
star.
is the game 100% completed.
Not
I
first
love
try,
Super
not
Mario
second
Galaxy
try,
2.
but
As I've
still
said many times before, it's
third
one of my
bits for a
favorite
total
games
of
of all
5.
time. It's definitely
third
a lot
try.
better than the first
Message
game.
sent to
The
the
first
Wii
game is still
message board.
phenomenal, but this
So,
game just took
now-
everything that made the
and
first
this
game
is-
amazing and made it
Well,
even
I'll
better than
be.
the sequel.
All your
I hope
hard
you
work has
enjoyed
brought the
reliving
Lady of the
these,
Shooting Stars right to our own little
games
ship.
with me. I certainly have had a blast making the walkthroughs. Hopefully you found these helpful. And
Feels
hey,
like forever.
unfortunately
into this-
Nintendo
into the
isn't
bank
porting
perfect
Super Mario
run,
Galaxy 2 to the
Grandmaster
Switch.
Galaxy,
I don't know
242
why.
power
They
star.
rather should. But this
Not first
Friday,
try, not
the
second
first Super
try,
Mario
but
Galaxy game
still
is being ported to the
third
Switch.
bits for a total
So
of 5.
if you haven't played these games
Take
before
third
and
try.
what
Message
you've
sent
seen
to
here
the Wii
intrigued
message
you,
board.
then I highly recommend
So,
you to
now
check
there-
out Super Mario
and
Galaxy
this
when
is-
it comes to the Switch
Well, I'll
starting
be.
this
All your
Friday.
hard work has
It's
brought
an
the
amazing
Lady of the
game.
Shooting
But
Stars
that's all I have
right
to say
to
for
our
now.
own
I've
little
spoken my
ship.
thoughts about the game in the when we faced off against Bowser.
forever.
So all I have to say is thanks for watching. Hope you
241
enjoyed my
into the
walkthroughs with
perfect
Super Mario
run,
Galaxy games.
Grandmaster Galaxy,
And that'll be it for now. So
242
thanks for
power
watching.
star.
See you when next time to catch you all for
Not
whatever
first try,
walkthrough
not
is
second try,
next.
but still
Goodbye.
third bits for